Beautiful. So welcome everybody to our 2019 vision and our goal setting workshop. Whoa, what a year. This year is going to be absolutely amazing. I'm super excited about where we're heading, where ASEA is heading, my own personal journey, my professional journey. And I think this is just a wonderful time of year to start to percolate some ideas and get some clarity, get creative. Particularly in Australia, not so much for the Americans. Hey, Louisa, it's great to see you too on the call. But, in Down Under, we spend a lot of time holidaying over Christmas and New Year's. And to me, it puts me in a different state. I get a lot more right-brained. I get reflective on the previous year, and I get creative about what I want for my next year. So that's the purpose of this, is to really start to get some clarity and focus. You know, it's like if you don't have a goal, then you're not going to hit it, right? So you've got to set some very specific goals and be very intentional about what you want to create in your life out of this year. Obviously, all of us here on the call are doing that through the vehicle of ASEA, but this is all areas of life. It's just, this workshop is not just about your ASEA business. It's about what do you want to create for your life. And obviously, the ASEA opportunity is a great way to do that. So for those of you that haven't downloaded those documents and have just joined us, I'll repost them so you can download those as we move on to the call. So the first thing I want to go into is finding the why that makes you cry. Because if you don't have a strong anchor, a deep emotional anchor with what you're here for, your purpose in life and what you're trying to achieve, I think you're going to struggle to get out of bed and be committed to doing the hard yards to build a business that will give you the life style that you're looking for, the time, money, freedom, the residual income, the contribution to society, whatever it is that you want to get out of your ASEA business. It's a business. It's networking. It's not net sitting on your bottom and hoping to get rich quick. It's like networking. So you need a strong why to do that.
Can people put in like a yes in the chat box if they've done their why and they know what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. Give us some feedback, write questions. And
actually put a number 1 if you've done your why and know what it is, because it's really powerful. I did this right at the start of when we started ASEA, and I wrote my income goals and I actually had it stuck on the wall near my desk, and I reached all of those. And I had a big goal, to I think it was like at the end of like about 15 months to earn $20,000 a month. And we did, which was a big goal, but I had it there and I looked at it every day. So doing this is really powerful. Justin and I still do it all of the time. Like, you have to have your goals. You have to have them written down. You have to look at them. You have to track how you're going towards them. And, we had some goals that we had last year ourselves personally, some things about that we wanted to do to our house, which we did. We increased our income by 80% with ASEA last year. So our commissions went up 80%. So, but if you don't write them down, it doesn't happen. You just kind of drift along and you're not focused in life. That's my experience anyway. So you do need to be clear about what you want to create this year and what you want to let go of from last year. Maybe you had some things that pissed you off last year or upset you or that weren't so good or that you felt that you didn't do. So you need to also release that as well. So we're going to do a bit of that today as well. Sorry, Justin, I just wanted to add that.
No, great contribution, Nikki. Thank you very much. Nicole's taught me a lot about goal setting over the years. It's been awesome. Okay, so hopefully you can see that on the screen share one of those documents in the chat box and in the Facebook group about find the why that makes you cry. So
the screen share's a little wacky, Justin. It's
Oh, really?
Yeah, so maybe stop it and do it again.
Is that better?
No, it's off to one side.
It's off to one side.
Only half of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, weird. Let me just try that again. Sorry, technical issues. Okay, how's that looking, Nixta? Nicole? Nicole, you there? You're muted, Nicole. I can't hear you.
This says start sharing screen, Justin. Didn't show me that.
Oh, that's getting annoying, isn't it? Okay, just give me a second. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I will just move that to a different monitor. Start
Yeah, I can't drive Justin's computer. It's got too many monitors and I can't do it at all.
The Enterprise here. Absolutely love it. Most of the time it's fine, but sometimes it does have some technical issues. Let's try that one. Okay, how's that looking? Does everyone see that?
Nothing.
Just wait a second. It's showing up fine to me. Like that should be screen
Now
share.
it's working.
Okay, great. All right, so find the why that makes you cry. So I want you to get in touch specifically about the residual income part of your ASEA business right now, not every other part of your life, but the power of residual income means you do the work once and you get paid years and years and years down the track. Now, what does that mean? That means time and money freedom. It gives you an ability to fund things that you don't need to be there working, and you can be off and enjoying that income. For example, having babies, looking after sick people, sick parents, family members, or enjoying yourself on vacation, whatever that is, right? But what will residual income do for your life? So I want you to maybe close your eyes for a moment, get yourself into a state, take a nice deep breath in, hold the breath, slowly count out, exhale to 10. Take a deep breath in again. Hold the breath. Exhale to a slow 10. This time I want you to look up to the top left-hand corner of your eyes, and to the bottom left hand, then the top right hand, then the bottom right hand. So kind of do like an infinity sign with your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold. Exhale to 10. Now keep your eyes closed. I want you to think about what is it that you no longer want to stress about in life. How could residual monthly income allow you to stop stressing about things in life? Just scan your body for emotions, scan your body for anxiety, worry. Where is that coming from? What is the core issue, your number one issue that is creating stress in your life that residual income can resolve, help you resolve? Write that down. Write it down as a statement. I no longer want to stress about. I no longer want to stress about money if I have an accident or if something happens to someone in my family. Which is amazing, because when I started this, I was bankrupt and I was stressing about everything to money. But that's...
And you just had an accident.
Yeah, that's my current thing, right? It's like, this has been very humbling. This action's been humbling for me. And I realized the power of having financial stability and freedom, so that if something does happen to me or someone in the family, that I have the time and the money to be able to go and help them and support them through that. But whatever it is, it may be your mortgage, it may be your car payment, it may be health insurance, maybe being able to afford organic food, healthcare. In Australia, we've just lost a whole lot of benefits, private health insurance benefits for natural therapies and natural medicine. So, that for many of us, that means if we want to enjoy that, we need to earn more income. Okay, so just what is it that you no longer want to stress about? Write that down. Next thing we're going to move on to, I really want to be able to, for myself. Again, close your eyes. Feel into your emotions. Get emotional. Remember what it was like to dream as a child. What are those lifelong dreams that you want to be able to do for yourself? Do you not want to have to do the cleaning? Do you want to be able to afford a massage? Do you want to go for a motorbike ride or a horse ride? Do you want to go to a particular country? Do you want to start a new hobby? Do you want to replace an old car? Do you want to be able to afford the money to go to convention in the US or just even envision to the Gold Coast? What is it? What is it that you want to be able to do for yourself this year? It's fine if it's more than one thing. Write down multiple things. Next one, I really want to be able to, for my family. Okay, so one of my goals this year is about investing and actually generating other streams of residual income and capital growth, that sort of stuff. So I really want to be able to invest in my family and create a financial fortress around my family, so my family will always be prepared, have enough money to do what they need to do. What is it that you want to be able to do for your family? You want to be able to help your children, help your parents, someone in your family, brother or sister, auntie, uncle that needs support, needs maybe some free product that would help them overcome a health challenge. What is it that you want to be able to do for your family? Write that down. Take them on a vacation. Send them to a particular school. I want to buy some musical instruments for Joy. She seems to love music. What is it that you want to be able to do for your family this year? Keep focusing on your breath, focus on your awareness, allow yourself to be creative. Don't get analytical about it, just like brainstorm, just write anything that comes to mind down on the paper and later on come back and clarify it as to what is the number one thing, but just start getting these ideas down. Okay, the last one. What do you really want to be able to do for humanity, for contribution to your community, the environment? Do you want to be able to donate more to the Advancing Life Foundation? Do you want to go to Ecuador? Do you want to support another cause? I want to start a non-profit this year, a social enterprise. What is it that you want to be able to do? I want to sponsor a Lyme guy. You might want to lead a local community group like Pathfinders or a scouting group or whatever it is. How do you want to contribute to community? It's a basic, essential need of humanity to contribute to community. Okay, fantastic. So write a 1 in the chat box if you're getting some ideas down, you're getting some clarity from this process. Give some feedback. Okay, great, Rosie. Good, David. Thanks, Nikki. Okay, now start to think about your 3-year freedom plan. So in 12 months, what dollar amount for your residual income do you want per month? Okay, is it $700 a month, pay for a bit of product, pay for a bit of travel? Is it $1,000? Is it $2,000? $3,000 a month? Looking for silver, $5,000 a month. What's the dollar value per month, the residual income, that's really going to significantly change your life? Enable you to do these things for yourself, your family, for community. Allow you to stop stressing. Do a little bit of maths. What do you need every month to have a significant shift in the quality of your life? Now, if you can do that in 12 months, what can you do in 2 years? It's a famous quote about we often overestimate what we can do in 12 months, but underestimate what we can do in 3 years. So if we can do $2,000 a month, $3,000, $5,000 a month in 12 months, what can you do in 3 years? $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month? It's doable. Nicole just gave you the example. What was it, Nikki? 15 months or 18 months? We did 20 grand a month in residual income. You can do it. Never
Yep,
been easier.
15 months.
In 15 months, we generated $20,000 in residual income from our SEER business. And it's getting better and better all the time. Okay, so has everyone got their 12 months, 2 years, and 3 months income goals? Residual income per month. Yeah? Good. Now, I hope when you're setting your goals for yourself that you push yourself to the point where it's a little bit scary. You know, you're outside of your comfort zone. Hey, Sylvia, good to see you. Sylvia Christmas, hi. You know, you want to get to that point where you're almost a little bit scared that you're being vulnerable. You're putting down a goal that you really want, you love, it creates joy, generates joy by thinking about that goal, but it's also big enough that it has excitement around it. Not overwhelm, excitement, okay? The way the body interprets fear and excitement is actually very similar, right? Heart increases, you know, stress hormones, all that sort of stuff. But we want to keep you in the excitement interpretation of these goals, not the overwhelm, okay? So I'd rather you understate the goal and achieve it than overstate it and not achieve it, okay? Consistently achieving small goals is how you increase your self-esteem and self-confidence, and it's the science of how you build yourself up and empower yourself to be more capable. And ultimately with a SEER, the grand prize is who you become. It's becoming a better person. Okay, great. Well done. So I hope everyone's done their why to make them cry, or at least made a good start on it. Now I want to go to the second document. For those that have just joined us now, I will re-put the two documents where you can download them in the chat box. They are also in the Facebook group, and they're also in the email. This document is in the email that went out for those that registered for this workshop. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen again. Please, Nicole, tell me if it's not working. And I am so slow driving a mouse right now with this broken arm. I'm really trying. It's frustrating me. But I'm getting my cast off next week. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so hopefully that's coming up. Nicole, can you just let me know? Is that showing properly?
It is showing properly. Great.
Fantastic. Okay, great. So now this is Tony Robbins. I only saw him for the first time last year, and I was greatly surprised by how good he was. He was a lot more grounded than I expected, and he was quite inspiring. And he's been doing personal development for a long, long time and human behavior change. And we're going to use this document from him, The Power of Momentum, to go through some of these steps now. 7 steps to a fulfilling next 12 months. Okay, so 7 things we want to do. We want to get clear. Okay, we want to get certain. We want to get excited. We want focused action. We want commitment. We want to get momentum, and we want to get smart. Okay, we want to work smarter, not harder, right? Everyone's busy. So go to page 2. The process of getting clear, I want you to think about, what did you love in the last 12 months? What was it that you did that gave you joy? What was it that really inspired you, expanded your life, made you feel good about life, loved yourself, loved other people? Just write down any ideas, any thoughts. What did you love in the last 12 months? That's awesome. I just read that in the chat group there by Janine. She's done a really nice, inspiring post. Thank you, Janine. She says, I did this yesterday along with creating a vision board and a written description of what my ideal day looks like. I woke this morning with a different conversation going on in my head. I didn't have to interrupt the disempowering conversation. It was automatic. Yay. And I had a clear vision of a great life and how that feels, which makes it a beautiful way to start the day. Unfortunately, she's got to head off. Have a great, she's wished us a wonderful session. Love, Janine. So there you go. She's been in action. She's a leader. She's a diamond leader. She's creating the life of her dreams. We want you to have a diamond life as well. So number A, what were some of your magic moments in the last 12 months? What were the key events, the special days, bonding with friends, or even upline, downline, part of your ASEA community, outside your community, the ASEA community? You know, what were some of those magic moments? Maybe it was some of the travel. Some of us went to Ascent, some of us went to Diamond Summit. It was amazing. Yes, Miriam, this is recorded, so we will post it. Okay, B, what was magical and what was extraordinary about the last 12 months? What are those things that lit you up? Maybe it was unexpected. Okay, what did you accomplish in the last month? Thank you, Miriam. Great to have you on the call. Thanks for helping facilitating the vision board workshop we had at Sally's on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. I didn't know you were going to be a guest speaker on Zoom. It was great. What did you accomplish in the last 12 months? You know, for Nikki and I, we accomplished an 80% increase in our income. We accomplished an outdoor patio area. We had some house improvements, got some aircon. You know, we bought a new car. We changed our routine, joy and family life. Cool stuff. Really important increases to the quality of our life. What are some of the things in the last 12 months that you want to duplicate in the next year? So what was magical about this year that you want to feel again? You want to do it again. It was a good enough party. It was a good enough experience. It was a learning experience that you want to replicate. You want to duplicate. I remember last February, I had a fantastic birthday party at the Envision conference on the Gold Coast. Well, that's going to happen on Sunday night after peak performance again this year. I'm looking forward to catching up with all the beautiful people. And we'll probably do the pizzas again. That worked really well. Crowd the house out and have a ball. Okay, so number 2, what did you hate in the last 12 months? What was a negative experience that you never want to experience again? You know, I just got off the call to someone who's having an absolute financial disaster, and they're paralyzed, like they haven't been in action to address it for months, you know, where they could have been. And they really needed some coaching and support to change their mindset and change what they're doing and get different results, right? So what did you hate in the last 12 months? Start to get creative on how you can make sure you don't recreate that. You can choose a different path. What was challenging in the past year? What areas of your life were out of balance that need addressing? How is your financial responsibility with doing budgets and, you know, being aware of your expenses and your retirement plan? How's your health going? Have you addressed your fitness, your nutrition, getting enough sleep? You know, for me, one of the areas I really want to improve on this year is my professionalism. I want to continue to develop my skills and be a professional in this industry. Have more integrity around checking my emails, having more structure in my day, using lists at the beginning and the end of the day so I'm more productive. Time management. What was challenging for you this last year? It might have been finding people to talk to about ASEA. It might have been any area of your life that was challenging.
This is good.
Yeah, hope you're enjoying it. If you got comments, please shoot into the group chat. We'd love to hear what you're experiencing, how you know what you're going through. It's a community event. All right, page 3. So, what do you not want to happen again? What do you not want to happen again? So I remember some of the challenges I had around managing Baby Joy and missing out on meetings. Like I was too focused on having to babysit Baby Joy and trying to be a part of a global diamond meeting or an Australian diamond meeting. And these are important strategic meetings that I just felt like I was behind the 8 ball because I wasn't able to be fully present. So this year I'm putting in place different support structures so I can be fully present. What is it that you never want to happen again? And then what do you learn by going through these experiences? Okay, so I know if I've got an early morning meeting and I don't get up early enough and I don't get baby organized enough to play school early enough, then I can't be present for the meeting. So it's about lifestyle and routine. What are the things that you don't want to happen again, but learn from the experience? One of my favorite quotes, it's not the problems we deal with in life, it's how we deal with it that really matters. Or Rose Kennedy. Makes our challenges very, very valuable lessons. Now, number 3, what decisions did you make in the last 12 months that were empowering for you? You know, over the last few years, I've consciously made some decisions about how I feel when I see people judging me or I perceive people judging me. You know, sometimes in the past I may have taken that really personally. Now I accept that's more their journey. You know, I detach from what I think people are thinking about me. Maybe you've been trying too hard as a people pleaser or not willing to speak up and address and be fully self-expressed. And what behavior change can you do to make that an empowering habit? Maybe you decided to do some personal development. Maybe you decided just to make sure you're on the team training every week. Be inspired by the community. What were some of the most important decisions of this year for you? Keep writing this down. Maybe this has got about how you allocate your time or your money, your resources. Who you want to be influenced by. Who the people, you know, maybe there's people in your life you need to cut out of your life. Maybe there's people you need to find, mentors and inspiring new people you want to bring into your life. And what decisions might you make this coming year as a result from the lessons of the last year? Are there some areas you feel like you've been struggling with that you might need to bring on some help with? You know, I know just keeping track of all our receipts and our bookkeeping has been a challenge. So I'm actively looking for someone to help me with that. We've gone to an electronic bookkeeping system, which is great, but there's still these paper receipts that I need some help scanning. You know, think about what are the areas you need help with in your life and how can you address that? Be creative. Start to think of the solutions that you can bring into this coming year. Whoa, someone's making a lot of noise there. If you're not talking, please mute yourself. Okay, great. Pop down a 1 if you're finished, so we know how people are pacing. Yep, of course, Nicole's done. Pop down a 2 if you need more time.
Why wouldn't I be done?
Thanks, Jen and Jeanette. You girls are amazing. Thanks, Rosie.
And people can come back and, you know, do more when it's not as part of the group as well.
Absolutely. You want to keep moving. You want to keep getting in the flow, thinking. Thanks, everyone. That's looking good. All right, so step 2, getting certain. Okay, so now once you know where you are, you need to create certainty about your capacity to take anything you can dream about and make it real. So number 1, write down anything in your life that was once just a dream or a goal or desire, right? It may be fluffy, it may be hard to believe that you can achieve it, but anything that sparks your inspiration, write it down, get some ideas down. They can be big things, they can be little things. They may seem like impossible.
This is actually anything in your life that was once just a goal, dream, or desire.
Yeah.
That you've achieved.
not that you have achieved, that you want to achieve. Anything you can think about that was a dream, a goal, a desire you'd like to have in your life. Now, circle the 2 to 3 items on that list that seem the most difficult or impossible to achieve. And for those items you circled, write down the steps you went through to turn each into reality.
Justin, doesn't that imply we have to have achieved them?
Yeah, I'm getting myself all mixed up. Sorry, Jane. Yeah, that's right. These are things you've achieved, yes.
It's what I said.
Okay, so then think about the steps that you went through to turn each of these goals, these dreams into reality. And think about the systematic approach that you can take towards the dreams and goals you have for this year. How did you focus on it? How did you feel about it? What emotional charge did you put into it? How did you create a plan? What are the steps you went through? Maybe they're on your vision board. Maybe they're on an inspiring movie or daily affirmation statement. Did you do weekly reviews, monthly reviews, quarterly reviews on your plan? Did you meditate about it? Did you talk to people about it? Maybe you spoke to your spouse or family or best friend. Okay, now step 3, get excited. So now you are clear about where you've been, about your ability to make some goals and dreams real. It's time to decide where you want to go. Now, that last section, that is a great example of like how you can actively reaffirm the belief you have in yourself. When you congratulate yourself for what you've done and be conscious of that, it builds your strength of character, builds your strength and belief that you can do other things in the future. So now number 3, get excited. So think about a peak state. Feel the emotion in your body when you're really happy, when you feel good about yourself. Start to be in touch with the energy in your body. And start to write down the goals that you'd like to accomplish in your lifetime. Dream big. Financial goals, personal development goals, physical goals, relationships, contribution, experiences, things you'd like to learn. Don't judge them, just brainstorm it. Just keep writing on the page. Just smack it out. When you're done, put a 1 in the chat. Just keep going. Get all your ideas out. You know, what rank you want to achieve in a SEER would be good here. What rank do you want to accomplish in your lifetime? You want to go for the diamond life? Or you're happy to be a solid bronze? That's fine. Whatever is your ambition, write it down. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat box if you're getting complete on that number 1. Thanks, Rosie. Okay, now start to go through that list and write a 1, 2, 3 years. Think about the number of years that you want to take to achieve that. Start to prioritize these goals that you have. So put a 1, 2, or 3 next to each of the goals as to how many years you want to take to achieve them. Okay, that should be pretty quick. Now, step 4, get focused. Out of that list of goals, the 1-year goals, circle the ones that are the 1-year goals. Which are the ones you want to achieve the most? Prioritize them. Put them into a list now. So transfer them into step 4, put them into a list, maybe do columns, starting at number 1, the one you want to achieve most. Okay, put a 2 in the chat box when you're done with that one. Just mute yourself, please, Nicole. Okay, great, fantastic. Now think about which of those goals, if you achieve them this year, they're going to get you out of bed. They're going to wake you up in the middle of the night when you think about it, right? Like for me, it's things like having a party down the Gold Coast. I get excited about that, you know, envision everyone coming from all over the place, from New Zealand, all over Australia, and you know, catching up with people, thinking about, oh, I've got, you know, we need to book a restaurant for this. So how are we going to cater to that? That's exciting for me. Think about the goals that you're most excited about. You get energy from. And use your intuition with this. If you see a goal there and when you look at it, it's just like, nah, it's something you kind of want to do, but it's not that good, then don't worry about it. Think about the ones that are like, yes, your whole body's saying, yes, you want to do that. You've got a deep desire. Okay, put a 3 in the chat box when you finish that. Great, great. Thanks, everyone. Okay, step 5, get committed. So for each of these 1-year goals, write a paragraph about why they are must-haves. Now, this is really cool because I've recently, over the last sort of 12 months, I've heard more and more about this. It's not about, in life, and this is what Tony Robbins actually says, in life we don't get the things that we want, we get the things that we must have. Okay, so it's kind of like setting a standard in your life. This is things that you must have. Okay, I must have a decent home to live in. If I don't feel good. I must have a reliable car. It doesn't have to be a Lamborghini. I don't care if it's a Honda Jazz, but it's got to be reliable. It's a must have. I must have enough money to buy good quality food. I must have enough money to get massage on a regular basis. What are your must haves? So out of that 1-year goal, take the must-haves and draw a line in the sand. So emotionally, you're connected to, you must create this. You must achieve this year. Absolutely, no matter what. No excuses. This is going to happen this year. These goals are going to be manifested. You're going to create them. Don't care about how they're going to happen. Connect emotionally that they have to happen. They must happen. Okay, pop a 1 in the chat box once you've written a couple of paragraphs. Maybe take a few of those goals. You can come back and do more later on, but at least do 1 or 2 paragraphs about a 1-year goal that you must achieve this year. Thanks, Margot. Thanks, Rosie. Dig deep. Get emotional. Good on you, Dawn. Okay, now number 2. This is where be brave. Need to pull on your big underpants. Pull your underpants up. Be responsible and look the tiger in the eye. These must-haves, there's going to be some things you probably don't want to do. So what are those things? Identify those things you don't want to do, but they're going to happen in order for you to achieve these goals. Okay, so, maybe you want a goal to go overseas. Well, you're going to have to generate $10,000 to achieve that overseas. So think about those things that you don't want to do and look the tiger in the eye, be brave, write them down. You're flying ahead, Jane. Make sure you finish step 5 for those 1-year goals that you must achieve in your life. Identify the things that you don't want to do in order to achieve those goals. But you can do it. You can overcome it. Okay, step 6, getting momentum. So, action is louder than words, right? So think about what are some of the actions that you can do, you can decide to do right now, and you can be moving towards now. Don't put these goals out in the future. Someday, maybe one day. Think about what you can do today, this week, towards moving towards that goal. Take some of those 1-year goals. Write one thing, one small thing that you will do immediately towards achieving one of your goals. Phone calls, book a meeting, put it in your calendar, do some research on the internet, enroll in a seminar, get a coach, book a mentoring session from someone that can help you. Take action. So take your most important goal for the next 12 months and decide now what you can do immediately to start achieving that goal. And what's one big thing that you resolve to do immediately to achieve that goal? Okay. Put a 7 in the chat box when you're ready to move on. Thanks, Galaxy S9. Who is that on the Galaxy? Say hi. Let us know who you are. All right, great. Well done, everyone. Looks like everyone's getting through it. Fantastic. Okay, now get smart. This is about measuring and reviewing and staying on target. Remember, an autopilot or like an auto navigation system. Thanks, Camille. You know, a plane is never perfectly on course. It's always self-correcting. So if you only measure your goals at the beginning of the year, you write down your New Year's resolutions, and you don't check them for another 12 months, there's a very good chance you're going to go off course. So start to get smart about this. Nicole's actually really, really good at this. She is very good at reviewing things on a regular basis. She reviews her own work tasks every day, every week. Together, we sometimes do weekly meetings ourselves, or monthly meetings, quarterly meetings, and so forth. So think about how can you set your life up so that you're smart about achieving these goals. Back yourself. Give yourself the best chance you've got to do it. So think about what are these goals and start to create your plan where you check in regularly, review, reassess, and get better and better, get more accurate at achieving them.
And break them down as well. Like, so if you've got a really big goal that you've set yourself this year, then break it down into, you know, the first quarter, the first 3 months, like the end of March, and then, you know, what you're going to do by the end of January, what you're going to do in February. Like, break it down into little bits so it's not overwhelming.
Super important. Learn to chunk. It's called chunking it down. So if you're budgeting towards something, do a spreadsheet and look at the spreadsheet regularly. If it's a skill that you want to develop, think about how you can assess your proficiency with that skill and measure your skill as you grow into it. Okay, so here's advanced steps. Number 1, ensure that one of your goals are absolutely what you must achieve in the next year. If you feel that wishy-washy, flip-floppy, I'd like to have that, that's not a strong enough commitment. You need the deep emotional and must achieve this year. Take your 1-year goals, chunk them down into 3, 6, 9, 12-month goals. So it's more achievable. Prioritize the goals in that order that you want to achieve them. Start with the highest priority first, obviously. Think about SMART goals: specific, measured, achievable, realistic, and time-orientated. I actually forget what RPM is. Nikki, do you remember what RPM is?
It's results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action.
That's it. Results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action plan. Okay, so commit and schedule to the massive action plan in your yearly planner. Make it real. Put it in your calendar, whether it's iCal or your Google Calendar. Put it into your diary. You know, a good daily planner and diary will actually have like 12-month calendar in it. Start to mark all the ASEA events for the next year. Start to look at the holidays you want to achieve. Or if it's a new hobby or a skill you're developing, you're doing a creative writing class on a Thursday night, actually put it in your diary now so that you can't double book yourself. You know, really put it down on paper and commit to it. And that makes it real. Look at a way to track and measure results and learn to celebrate. You know, Clay Stevens is great with this. He really helped me realize about how the psychology of success and the science of success. When we celebrate our achievements on a regular basis, we create happy hormones. We create a self-momentum towards fulfilling our goals. So think about when you're going to take time out and celebrate them. And who are you going to share that with? Don't just keep them to yourself. Like, share good news, right? Post about it. You know, talk to your friends. Celebrate with people. Okay, great. So here's a breakdown of the RPM. and the maps. So you've got that in the document. Go back and review that and apply. Now you've been creative, you've got all your ideas out, you can go back through this process and be more analytical about it. But the first time you want to go through, you want to be much more right-brained and creative and just in a calm space, because when we are analytical, we actually stop that creativity from flowing. So when you review all your goals, then go and apply all the more analytical approach to achieving that. Okay, so how'd everyone go? Who'd like to share some of the cool stuff they came up with? I hope you got a lot out of that. Unmute yourself and tell us.
Everyone's racing in all at once.
Well done, Jane. She says it's great help and support to finalise the documents and vision boards we created yesterday. It sounds like the Melbourneites had a vision board workshop as well. That's awesome. It's great to hear. Who'd like to share with us some of the things that you come up with this year?
So I did a little plan for the first quarter, mapped it out. So that's really cool. So my big focus is this year, like the thing that came out that was the most important. Okay, I had a few things on my goals list, but was to really get the team duplication system like locked in place, and to make it easier for all of you, for the new people that haven't started yet, so that they have like the most chance of success and clarity, but also to allow us as leaders to really be able to have the lifestyle that we want, because we've got everything there for people to be able to see in the most part. So we can really focus our attention on spending time one-on-one with people that really are stepping up into that leaders to grow big teams themselves. So that was what came out. So I've broken down my projects into first, second, and third quarter months so far, which Justin will be happy to look at.
Absolutely, I'll be there. Yeah, so refining the principles of leverage and duplication.
Yeah,
that's an ongoing thing, right? That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyone else like to share their goals? Because it's inspiring, right? When you share your goals, you may inspire someone else to move in another direction. Who'd like to share? Yeah, Katrina says she'd like to create a lot more systems and make it easier for her to achieve a smoother success rate. Absolutely. Great goal, Katrina. Well done. Deb says, thanks so much. I needed to go. It was great. Has a lot more clarity and some immediate action things to do. Fantastic. That's what we want. You want that clarity. You want that the passion, excitement, the clarity, the direction, the focus, and the action, and get it done. And who you become from that, that's the goal. That's the amazing part. Thanks, Katrina. It's great to have you on the call. Looking beautiful there. Happy New Year to you. Well done. Thanks for participating. Who else would like to share? Be brave. Be vulnerable.
Justin, it's Jane. I just found this set of questions just activated completely different areas of my brain than the ones that we went through yesterday. So I find that really useful to just reconnect with some things that I loved, and get clearer on some of the things that weren't so, useful. And I think the biggest thing for me is coming out about having like really much straighter conversations this year with myself and with others, so that gratitude has to come into things. But I don't want to be grateful that just because someone wants to find out about Redox. I want to be grateful because I've engaged with someone and they really get it and they want to be part of it, not someone I have to drag into being on the products or in the business.
Absolutely. That sounds great, Jane. And that whole aspect of being straight with people, like being fulfilled in your self-expression, I'm there with you as well. That's my journey. And in fact, even from a chakra perspective, kinesiology the other day, this was about self-expression. It's the right wrist. It's about, being direct. So yeah, it's a life journey, right? And that's a part of me becoming more professional is communicating in a way where I fully self-express myself. I'm effective in my communication, and that means that things get done. I actually am more productive through that. So great to hear, Jane. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. Who else would like to share? Well done, Camille. Camille says, this exercise is great to make me face what I haven't been doing, although I feel a bit Burchard planner. Oh, no. Although I feel a bit daunted and disappointed in myself, I'm choosing to look at it as a new beginning. And that's right. Every day is a new day. Every moment's actually a new day. But our psychology and society at the beginning of the year seems to be more of a social awareness around this. The beginning of the year is a great time to set new goals. And I think in part that's because so many people have recreation time or recreation time with the holidays and so forth, particularly in Australia. Big downtime this time of year, a great time to unwind from the pressures of work, have a bit of time off, bit of fun, socialization, do things you don't normally do, recreate yourself and move into the next year with momentum and clarity and direction. So fantastic. Jules says, creating my ideal day, my goals, vision board, live video, including Brendan Burchard's planner, which really got me focused now. There are big goals for me this year. Nikki, you've been using those planners too, haven't you? The Brendan Burchard's planners and the new book.
Yeah, they're really good. The questions that are asked you before and at the end of the day is really good. But I also still really like the one from Bliss Inventive as well that I've used for many years. Is also a really good planner, and it's like the whole planner is in one book for the year. So yeah, you just have to find one that you like and use it daily is really important.
Passion planner.
I'm quite daily because we've kind of been on holiday mode. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, using these planners on a more micro level, a daily and a weekly level, can really get you focused and hugely increases productivity. But Brendan Burchard is kind of, he's got a very big reputation as a highly successful productivity coach.
And I use so if you've got goals for 12 months, obviously you're not going to be having all that stuff in your daily planner. So you need to find some way to organize. So you might have a 12-month goal, but you might not be doing part of the full achievement of that goal till say October. So you need some way to keep all of those things to capture the tasks that are associated with that, but that you're not going to do for quite some time if your goals are that way inclined, which mine generally are. So I actually use online for that called Asana. There's lots of ones that you can use. I like that one because you can open it on your computer and your phone. So if I think, oh, this is something really good I want to do, but there's no way I'm going to have time to do it until June because of everything else that I've got going on, I'll just pop that in there and put the due date in the 30th of June so that I don't forget about it. So if you've got, a big project or something that you're working on like that, having a way to capture all of that stuff, notebooks are not a good way to capture it. That kind of thing. So you need to have a way to capture that.
But they're better than nothing.
They're better than nothing. But yeah, if you are working on a really big project, just have some way to capture it, get it out of your head, the stuff that you don't need to do right now, and just pop it somewhere so that you know that you've captured it, that you'll come back to it, but it's not going to be something you're going to do in your first quarter, say.
Yeah. Katrina says Wunderlist is great too. Yep. We've had Wunderlist in the past. Thanks, Katrina. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed that process today. We've never used the Power of Momentum Tony Robbins document before. Some of those questions were a little bit different to what we've done, so I hope you enjoyed that. You will be able to download that from the links in the chat box and the posts in the Shine Bright Team Facebook group and the Shine Bright Team Philippines Facebook group as well. You can get those, download those documents. So wishing you all an amazing 2019. I'm super grateful to be a part of this movement and the community of ASEA. And, we are just looking forward to more and more people shining their brightest, becoming diamonds, living the diamond life. What we as a team have achieved, what Australia as a country has achieved, and the company of ASEA has achieved in the last 12 months is amazing. Global revenue is up 50%. Australia is now the second highest volume country in ASEA in the world. Diamond rank advancements are up 100% in the last 12 months. It's absolutely amazing what's happening, and it's just getting better and better all the time. I hope to see all of you on the Gold Coast. It's going to be a great event. Remember, there are 2 tickets, and 1 ticket is the Envision, which is a Friday afternoon. Ethos Academy with Tyler Norton's going to be amazing. All-day corporate event where there'll be announcements and new promos and heaps of cool stuff. And not to be missed. And then the Sunday is the Peak Performance Program, which is the Australian Diamonds coming together and teaching you the skills to be successful in your business, setting you up for the year Seriously, you want to take as many people to this event as you possibly can. It's a once-a-year event, and it's the most important event for you to go to this year. And being at the beginning of the year, it is super critical to get you on track and create the life of your dreams through the ASEA vehicle in 2019. On the Monday, we will have a 3-hour team meeting training about some of our new systems as well. We understand some of you are leaving on the Sunday night and so forth. That's fine. Sunday night's my birthday, so you're all invited to come to that after the Peak Performance event. But I really hope to see you on the Gold Coast. But more than anything, I wish you the very best in 2019 and that you create the life of your dreams and you shine your brightest like a diamond. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for participating.
Bye, everybody.
Great job, guys.